All right, let's do this. Musk says he plans to form alternative political party if Trump's insane budget bill passes. Well, the Tesla boss is once again sharing his displeasure with his once political allies' big, beautiful bill. Elon Musk again shared his displeasure with the Trump-backed Big Beautiful Bill, saying he will form an alternative to the Republican and Democratic parties if the budget bill is approved by the Senate. Funny you should say that. Look what happened a few hours ago. If this same spending bill passes, the American Party will be formed the next day. The Tesla and SpaceX boss posted on Twitter, his social media platform. God, I hate when you say that. He added, "Our country needs an alternative to the Democrat-Republican uniparty so that the people actually have a voice." How many third parties with that motto have existed? There's way too many of them, and they don't do anything. And of course, here's his tweet. I have him blocked. I see. Here's the thing. If you guys are wondering how come I still get people, obviously he changed the whole blocking thing. But if you blocked a lot of people before they changed the block feature, you won't see those people, which makes me very, very happy. Musk's post came a few hours after he said the bill was stuffed with insane spending and would add $5 trillion to the national debt. He said the bill proves Democrats and Republicans are really part of one party, the Porky Pig Party. Hey, speaking of Porky Pig, guys, if you have HBO Max, go watch The Day the Earth Blew Up, that Looney Tunes movie that Warner Brothers decided to give away. It's on HBO Max now, and it's so funny. It's so good. Daffy Duck doing an OnlyFans bit. Anyway, his comments are not a total shock to anyone who has been paying attention lately. That's us. That's me and you guys. We know. Musk has been quiet about politics over the past few weeks, but earlier this month he got into a heated back and forth with President Trump over the bill, saying it was a disgusting abomination. Musk then posted in support of impeaching the president and claimed Trump did not release the Epstein files because he was named in them, a claim Musk later deleted on Twitter. He's being blackmailed. Anyway, Musk's criticism has stood out considering he led the new Department of Government Efficiency for Trump from January through May. The president even gave Musk a golden key to the White House as a token of his appreciation for spearheading Doge. Musk's criticism also stands out because he was Trump's most prominent backer during the 2024 election, spending $275 million to help him and other Republicans win their races. Trump, rather than going full scorched earth in response to Musk lately, has taken a more placid approach. "I think he's a wonderful guy. I haven't spoken to him much, but I think Elon is a wonderful guy, and I know he's going to do well always," Trump told Fox News on Sunday. "He's a smart guy, and he actually went and campaigned with me, and this and that. But he got a little bit upset, and that wasn't appropriate." Oh my God. And there you have it. That I'm sorry, but that's funny to me. That's hilarious to me. I don't know what's else going on between the two of them, but I know Elon's getting blackmailed because of the whole Epstein thing, which is true though. He was friends with Epstein. He even talked about it all the damn time. And also Andrew Cuomo's best friend worked with Epstein, so it's there's a lot of ties to Epstein, and it's gross. Even Frank Reynolds of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia was on Epstein Island for the snorkeling, nothing else, apparently. So there's that. I cannot even think about what's going to happen when, bad things are happening for sure. Bad things are going to happen for sure. But either way, we're screwed. We're screwed. This is why I want to move to New York City. Oh, speaking of which, hey guys, a lot of my friends are moving to New York City, like podcasters, streamers, and I want to get there within 2 years. So help your girl out if you can. I want to move back up north. Living in South Carolina, there's really not much networking, and I'm actually pretty good at bringing people together, like networking, consulting. I should start charging people if they want to help build their streaming platforms because I'm really good at it, apparently. So that's cool. Yeah. But I want to get to New York City in like about 2 years, because Dan from the web keeps telling me like, you would thrive here. You got, opportunities would come to you immediately. And I'm like, good, thanks. My mom and my sister are like, ha, 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 you moved to New York City. I'm like, I'm miserable here. Like, New York is where it's at. Okay, I could not stand. I was like, why not Los Angeles? It's too far away. I've always preferred New York City over like New York over California, because weather, no, 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 no. I can't do it, guys. I can't do like. I don't want to deal with the mudslides and the earthquakes and all that stuff going on. It's not pretty. Also, tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern on Movie Night Extravaganza, we're going over 28 years later. And then we're going to do Barry Lyndon, and then we're going to have Alex of Devil's Advocate Productions to do Superman with us. Yay! I'm excited. I'm very, very much excited. Ooh, boy. Dark Gothic mega, how tech billionaires plan to destroy America. Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, speaking of splitting the Dems, I'm hoping that Andrew Cuomo and Eric Adams and whoever the hell Bill Ackman's using as a to run for mayor of New York, they're all going to split the vote, and all the votes are going to go to Mamdani. So that's great to know. Like, hell yeah. So, I mean, he's right about all the stuff about like Trump and the bill, but like his intentions again are not good. It's why I keep saying, when certain people who host the biggest progressive news show ever say that we can trust like people like Candace Owens, I'm like, no. And I said this on the Power Report. I'm like, no, we cannot trust right wingers who agree with us on like one or two issues, because their intentions are not in good faith. And I say that all the time, especially watching the Jubilee video of Candace Owens debating feminists and getting her ass kicked. I'm like, yeah, no, I don't want someone on our side. Sorry. She made her bed. Now she gotta lie in it. That's my news. That's how I feel about this. Oops. Oh, we gotta watch this Fox News. Not watch, but read this Fox News article from like MSN, because it's so funny. Oh, well, here's actually a video for well, that's gonna be funny. Yes, please remind, to be cool and all that shit. Okay, anyway. Let's see. Share screen. Speaking of our future mayor, hey Alex, what's up?
So when you hear Mamdani in another performative stunt, which is a video that just resurfaced, claiming he grew up in a third world country, I want you to understand really what he's talking about.
Whoa, wait. He moved here from Uganda when he was 7. I cannot even with these people. Like, the amount of clip chipping that they've been doing over Mamdani is insane to me. I cannot. Oh my god, guys, what the hell? Like, he never said like we should globalize the Antifada. He just said like Like, I don't understand, like, where they say he supports saying this stuff or saying that he thinks Israel has a right to exist when he believes in a two-state solution. He believes in, like, so many, like, things that are not what people are putting in his mouth to suggest what he's saying. But it's just entertaining.
Is advocating for something other than Western civilization.
Oh boy.
So the third holy grail of taboos in American politics, you have socialism, you have Islam, and then you have Palestine. And you are really going for the trifecta.
Let's go, baby.
Let's go. Tell me, why is Palestine a part of your politics?
When you grow up as someone, especially in the third world, you have a very different understanding of the Palestinian struggle.
Eating rice with his fingers, talking about growing up in the third world.
Whoa. Oh my god. It's a specific type of meal, man. Like, this is why I fucking hate conservative media, because it's just absolutely crazy. Like, what? Eating right. Also, too, is this like a knock on, like, Jesse Waters and shit like that? Like, the whole, like, eating food with your hands or something like that?
Look, Mamdani was born in Uganda, but he was raised in South Africa, where he attended a private school. And then he moved at the age of 7 to New
York. Yeah, 7 years old. That's not really the same thing as saying you kind of grew up there, which is why I'm like, dude, you grew up in New York City. Like, this is something that Bam said on the Power Report, guys. He said that Mamdani identifies more as a New Yorker than probably someone who's like Muslim. You know what I'm saying? Like, the way he's campaigning like a New Yorker, you know, a New York City citizen. So it's funny, like, the only time he brings up stuff like that is when he's asked about it. So, again, this is all quite fascinating to me.
New York City and attended one of the city's most prestigious high schools. Congressman Brandon Gill responded to that video on X.
Oh, God.
He wrote, quote, "Civilized people in America don't eat like this. If you refuse to adopt Western customs, go back to the third world."
Donald Trump eats New York style pizza with a fork and a knife. Civilized people don't eat New York style pizza like that. They do not eat New York style pizza like that. That, you have to fold it and eat it, okay? Don't even dab some of the grease off. You eat it like a New Yorker, okay? I will die on that hill. Okay? Like, I cannot even think about people like, oh, Donald Trump eats pizza with a fork and a knife. An abomination. Okay, don't be telling how certain demographics of people. Don't be telling me how certain demographics of people are, you know, not allowed to eat the way they want to eat, saying that it's uncivilized and uncultured and they gotta adapt to Western values or whatever the hell.
Still with us sitting here on set in Texas is Congressman Brandon Gill.
Who's Will Kane?
Congressman, you got a lot of pushback for that response to Mamdani, people pointing out. Just
oh my God, he's like Ben Shapiro.
Pizza, burgers, hot dogs, eat with their fingers. But I don't think you can separate Mamdani's performance and what he's saying from the way he is projecting himself eating rice with his fingers. He is rejecting what we have developed as Western civilization.
That's exactly right. And you pointed this out earlier.
So this entire segment is about how he eats rice. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is so funny.
Earlier, but this is a guy who wants to defund the police, who wants to get rid of billionaires, doesn't believe they should exist, who said that his end goal is to seize the means of production. I mean, that makes Bernie Sanders sound like a moderate, and then turns around and...
Well, technically, Bernie Sanders is a moderate, because if you apply to the progressive, even like democratic socialist policies over in Denmark and Norway and Sweden and Switzerland and all that, that's a very those views are very, very, very moderate. like if you ask a Danish person like over like what they think of Bernie Sanders, they're like, yeah, he's a moderate. Like those policies are considered moderate in those areas of the world, but they're successful. That's kind of crazy. Like what? I don't see a problem with any of this.
And defends the phrase globalize intifada.
No, he's never defended it or even oh my god, he's never defended it. Okay, the only thing he ever did was explain what intifada means. Like even if you ask him like a standard Muslim what jihad means, it means struggle. It means not bombing or killing or doing terrorism. It's, you know, it's actually supposed to be a like a normal word to say, but because Islamophobia is so bad, we tie those scary words to like something bad when really they're just normal words that are used like every day. It's like when people don't realize that the Quran is just the third testament, really. Like they both worship the same God. They call him Allah because that's how you say God in Arabic. It's not a different God. Chill out. They also, Jesus is still is a figure in Islam. Like it's crazy how people don't understand the history of Islam. You know, I don't like it. It's like people just need to educate themselves more. Oh, excuse me.
And he puts these videos out online of him eating rice with his hands, which, by the way, is not something that Americans do. That is third world behavior.
I do it.
It's connected to his policies. You know, the goal here is to undermine Western civilization, to fetishize the third world, which is what he's doing. That
by eating rice with his hands. We're talking about how hey Donald, it's how we're talking about how Rizal Ramadani is going to, you know, tear down Western civilization by eating rice with his hands. Something like that. Something like that.
Video to look unique, to look interesting, so that he can then push in these policies. You know, the next step after that is he's going to make another video in a couple of years, but instead of having a bowl of rice, it's going to be an empty bowl, because that's where his policies are going to get us.
I think there's two elements to what he's done here, this video and what he's advocating for.
The
One,
hell?
let's just acknowledge it's just performative. That's
Right.
not who he is. He did not grow up eating rice with his fingers, living in a third world. He grew up in private schools in South Africa and the US.
But again, he was 7. Also, too, his parents, don't they realize that his parents probably instilled some of that culture in him growing up? Because that's what happens when you're immigrants and you move to America or to a different country. You try to kind of instill some of that the cultural relevance within the place that you're originally from. Like, and also too, some people think Mamdani is Palestinian. I'm like, no, he's from Uganda. Chill out, people. Like, just, you know, the president's supporting exactly for rice over rice. Can you believe, guys? You know what? Next stream, I'm going to eat some rice with my hands, with my fingers, and we'll see how with these with these hands, I can achieve anything. Yeah, so we'll do that. We'll do that. We will definitely do that. I'm sorry, but that's just he's doing performative and tearing down the Western civilization by eating rice with his hands. Oh yeah, Andrea, I agree. I can relate sometimes.
All an act.
Yep. Oh, it's all an act, and all it is to say that I reject the cultural tenets of Western civilization
by eating rice with his hands.
And in terms of the way that I live my life, I want to live my life as they do in countries that eat rice with their hands.
Oh my God, this is so funny.
You know, we have so much in this country and in the West. so much economic prosperity,
Really,
so
though?
much cultural prosperity that we get to enjoy, but that sits on a cultural foundation that
Of
he
like
seeks to
Christian
undermine.
nationalism?
And that's what I was getting at in that post.
Well, and
Really?
it should be pointed out, first of all, I don't think what he's doing in his behavior is separable from what he is advocating. You married someone of South Asian descent. Your father-in-law, famously, Dinesh D'Souza. You're familiar with the immigrant culture and other cultures.
Oh my God. His father-in-law is Dinesh D'Souza? Hello, surf watchers. Welcome in. But I can't, guys. That's your father-in-law is Dinesh D'Souza. I mean, that I cannot believe that Brandon Gill's married to Dinesh D'Souza's daughter. I didn't know he even had kids. Like, what?
Than the one you were raised with West Texas. It's not a rejection of a multicultural society unless the point of your cultural mores is to openly reject the place in which you have immigrated, to openly reject the civilization, openly reject Western civilization.
Right, that's right. And the point of this is to push back against assimilating into Western and American culture.
Right.
You know, my father-in-law.
No offense, but imagine, okay, if you believe that, then we gotta remove all the Mexican restaurants, the Greek restaurants, the Italian restaurants. We need to have plain, like, British food, since the Brits colonized this place. Just saying. Like, y'all, you know, really want to go there, Fox News? All right. If you're going to reject multiculturalism, then we're going to have to get rid of what it is. We're going to have to get rid of everything that the Italians gave, that basically all immigrants gave us. Okay? I'm just saying. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. I had spaghetti. That's Italian. I love Italian food. Give me chicken parmesan any day. The greatest places in the world, the most diverse. Truer words have never been spoken.
Famously, as you mentioned, immigrated to the United States when he was in college. He doesn't eat rice. He doesn't eat Indian food.
He didn't immigrate when he was in college. He immigrated when he was 7.
Just like every other American in this country. And that's what I would expect is cultural assimilation of immigrants who come into the United States. And that's what he's pushing back against.
More important, your father-in-law has been a huge fighter and lover of the concept and the pillars that have been built by Western civilization.
That's right.
That's the real key to this conversation. Not simply just eating rice with your fingers. Congressman Brandon Gill.
What in the hell? I mean, this is what's so funny about conservatives. They jump to conclusions that make absolutely no sense, and you're like, where the hell are you getting this from? You see me rice with his hands, like, okay, if you're going to reject multiculturalism because they want immigrants to assimilate here, then again, we're going to have to get rid of Mexican restaurants, Mexican food trucks, Italian food. You know, most of New York City is, you know, diverse restaurants. So it's like, I know they couldn't even bring Dinesh D'Souza on. Also, Dinesh D'Souza and Coulter had a thing, if you know what I mean. So it's ridiculous. Like, we should embrace, you know, multiculturalism. There's nothing wrong with that. That's why we need a multicultural, intersectional, you know, like, we need like a multi-everything movement. Like, this is the way. Like, that's definitely the way. It's sad, y'all. It's really, really sad. Yeah, that's why I think, you know, Zoran's got a chance of winning this, because he's making everyone freak out. And young folks are like, "Are you okay, Grandpa?" Like, all right, just saying. Oh yeah, definitely. Let's see, what does CNN have to... Oh, deliberations to continue tomorrow after jury reaches partial verdict in Sean Diddy Combs trial. Oh my God. Oh no. Okay, wait. Okay, do we have any updates? Do we have any updates on? I hope that fucker's guilty as hell. So they reached a partial verdict. Oh my God, people are betting on Diddy's trial. He's just okay. Okay, ABC News, let's go. Let's talk about this. All right. One more story. Hey, Jeff, what's up? Let's see. All right, Sean Diddy Combs trial updates. Judge tells jury to keep deliberating after partial verdict. The hip-hop mogul is charged with sex trafficking and racketeering conspiracies. Oh my God. The story, oh wow. Story may contain accounts of description of actual alleged events that some readers may find disturbing. We don't go over days to trial. Okay, well here's the updates. Okay, jury done for the day. 19 minutes ago, 25 minutes ago. Jury sends judge the jury back to the deliberation room. Judge says he'll tell jury to deliberate. No verdict being read. Judge will instruct jury to keep deliberating. Well, can we just read the partial verdict though? Don, we are not done finishing Dark Shadows. We got like 400 episodes left. By the way, if anyone wants to do Dark Shadows, a podcast with me, hit me up. Let's see. So the highly anticipated trial of hip-hop mogul Sean Diddy Combs is nearing its end. Combs has been accused of sex trafficking by force, transportation to engage in prostitution and racketeering conspiracy as part of a blockbuster federal indictment originally filed in September 2024. He later faced 2 additional superseding indictments. Combs has pleaded not guilty to all the charges. Combs is accused of being the ringleader of an alleged enterprise that abused, threatened, and coerced women into prolonged drug-fueled sexual orgies with male prostitutes, which he called freak-offs, and then threatened them into silence. Combs has said that all the sex was consensual and that while his relationships sometimes involved domestic violence, he wasn't engaged in trafficking. Yeah, whatever. Combs' lawyer, Mark Fidola, said Combs was simply part of the swinger lifestyle and that he vehemently denies the accusations made by the SDNY. Jury done for the day. The jury sent back a note saying they plan to go home for the day. The jury will return at 9 a.m. on Wednesday to resume deliberations. Make sure to keep an open mind as you continue with deliberations. Judge Arun Subramanian told the jury before sending them home, "I wish you all a great evening." Combs maintained his composure when the jury was in the room. Before the judge and jury entered, half a dozen lawyers huddled around Combs. Oh God, what do you think? He's got like the dream team or whatever the hell. He appeared to wipe his eyes after he grasped a copy of the jury's note. Defense attorneys Anna Estavio and Tenny, oh my God, Garagos stood around him with their arms wrapped around him while another lawyer appeared to touch Combs' shoulder. Oh, whatever. God, what? Oh, come on, people. Like, seriously? Like, I don't understand it, guys. I really don't. I do not understand how, like, we've made jokes about a lot of these hip-hop stars, like R. Kelly and now Diddy. We even had a joke. For decades, there have been jokes about Diddy's parties, right? And now we have even like more like jokes about like, I mean, especially like R. Kelly in the past. Like when I mean, the fact that we mocked the video of him doing what he did to that underage girl, I'm not going to describe it because it's disgusting. We made a joke. We made jokes about that. It was real disgusting. Ugh. I mean, even in like Scary Movie 1 or 2, they mentioned like a Diddy party. Even when Diddy did a music video for a song and Ben Stiller was in the music video, he's like, "I heard your parties are wild. I want to go to one of them." And I'm like, hindsight, I'm like, oh, well, that's not good at all.